Dear students and viewers, how are you? I think you are very well by the grace of Allah. I am very well also by the grace of Allah. I would like to suggest you not to waste your time as you are passing the very laziest time, I think. And all the students are wavering what should they do or what shouldn't they do. Because in this crucial moment, you cannot take your decision. Everything seems to be stopped. Simple life or as usual life is stopped here. Okay, we should not stop because we are the students, we are the teachers, we are the learners. We should continue our duty, we should continue our activities. Okay, am I right? My dear students, today I would like to discuss the topics on narration. You know about the narration and several times it was discussed in your classroom. Today I would like to discuss it newly, especially the detached narration. You can easily give the answer of the detached narration, but in a passage narration you may have some confusion. Many students can't take the total idea about the passage narration, especially they don't know what is the subject of this speech and what's the object of this speech, because that means they can't understand the species of the speaker. What they like to understand the species of the speaker is very difficult. If any student can easily understand it, he or she can easily overcome it. So what's your first duty? Your first duty is to know the speaker or the species. And for this knowing, I would like to give you some better information or better advice. Your first duty is to read through the passage, the full passage, the whole passage. If you read through the whole passage, you can easily understand speaker and species and which species and who is the speaker of this species. Many students can't understand what they are doing, just they are doing in this way. These are the first sentence, and by reading this first sentence, he is doing or he is giving the answer. It's not the right path. The right path is that you have to read the whole passage, because some speaker or some subjects may be hidden. It doesn't matter. If you go through the passage, inshallah, you can easily understand. You will be able to understand the speaker. And if you identify the speech and the speaker, there might have no mistakes. It's my hope. Okay. And detached narration, in a detached narration, you know, and simply, especially I would like to discuss it for the students of 8, 9, 10. And the student of 8, 9, 10, they can easily understand my speech. And I am using here very easy language so that you can understand. Direct narration and indirect narration. In direct narration, indirect narration, I discussed it several times. And some of the students, those who are very weak in English, I would like to suggest them, please try to overcome it, because time is going on, but your activities, just you should think your activities. Syllabus is long, very long. You have to complete your syllabus. So those who are the weakest student should try to overcome this syllabus. Passage narration, after knowing the detached narration, you can overcome the passage narration. As our time is very short in online class, if I think or if I discuss the detached narration and passage narration in the same way or in the same time, no passage narration or detached narration, no these two things will be completed here. So what should I say? Just for a few minutes I would give you some conception or information about the detached narration. You know to overcome or to know about the narration, you should have idea about the sentence, about the sentences. In a sentence, suppose you know the assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence. These five type of sentences are used here. And in inverted comma, suppose just I give you some example. He says I am a. This is what is this and what is this. This is reporting verb and this is reported speech. Okay. This reported speech, you must all the time you must think about this reported speech, because reporting verb must be changed according to the reported speech. So you must have the idea about the reported speech, and this reported speech is written with or according to some sentences. It may be affirmative sentence, assertive sentence. It may be interrogative sentence. It may be imperative sentence. It may be optative sentence. It may be exclamatory sentence. And if I would like to discuss this detached narration, it will take long time. Okay, you can easily overcome it, because I know in the classroom all the students are very good, and some of the students who is not coming to school regularly, they may have some confusion, they may have some lackings. Try to overcome this. Suppose this is assertive sentence and you must here use that. If it seems to be interrogative, you must use here if or whether. If it seems to be imperative, you must use here to or not to. If it seems to be optative, you must use here that. And in the case of exclamatory, you can use here that. But in a reporting verb, if it seems to be affirmative, assertive, you can use here say according to the tense of a reported speech. Okay, reported speech according to the tense of a reported speech. If it seems to be past indefinite tense, in a present indefinite tense, in a indirect, it changes into past indefinite. In this way, present continuous into past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Okay, I shouldn't go there because it will take more time. I would like to discuss the topics on passive narration. In a passive narration, what I have told you, you must try to know the meaning of a full passage. Suppose I have given you an example. Be attentive to your study, dear students, said the teacher. Okay, sir, the student said. We must try our best. You may have some confusions. You may have some confusions. You must ask some that are very unknown to you. There is no speaker. Is there any speaker? No. But you must think about the speaker. This speaker is hidden. Can you tell me who is the speaker? This speaker is also, of course, this speaker is a teacher, the teacher. Because be attentive to your study, dear students, said the teacher. This is the first sentence that the teacher said to him. Be attentive to your study, dear students, said the teacher. That means this speech has delivered by the teacher. That means here the speaker is the teacher. Okay, child. The students say, you can easily understand it. What's the cause? The students give the answer. The students gave the answer. Okay, sir. We must try our best. This is also the speeches of the students. You may have some confusions. You must ask some that are very unknown to you. You may have some confusions. Who is the speaker of these speeches? Is it the students or the teachers? You must try to understand this. This is the fact. If you are able to understand this, it seems to be very easiest to you. And if you are not able to understand it, it will be very difficult to you. Okay, that means you have to enlarge your idea. And all the time I would like to suggest you, especially for knowing more and more in English, especially for writing more and more in English, You have to enrich or you have to enlarge your idea. Okay, you must not frightened about knowing English. You especially you must be brave. Uh, brave. You know the proverbs. Person favors the brave. Okay, if you try to enrich your idea, suppose I have given you the topics on mass education or tree plantation. Just you must not try to write it according to your books that you have memorized. My theme or my thought is that you have to write it by showing your own own creation. I suggest it and I support it. So all the time I would like to suggest you to increase your idea. This idea will reach you in the best position. Okay, you have to increase your idea again and again. Idea, if you think about, sir, what is idea, what should I say, what should I think, sir, many students asked me several times, sir, if I wanted to or if I want to think anything, nothing is coming, sir, what should I say or what should I do? And all the time I suggested them, no, you shouldn't think in this way. Just you should try to write what is thinking or what you want to write. There may have some mistakes. The sentence may be mistaken. It doesn't matter. Okay, this topic and this is the another topic. Now, here the subject is the speaker is the teacher. So what should we do? The teacher advised the students. You may tell me, sir, here is no students, but you used here students. What's the reason, sir? Here, dear students, that means the teacher here used dear students. That means the object is the students. The teacher advised the students to be attentive to their study. And you may think that, sir, here the sentence in the sentences we see dear students, and you may think in this way, sir, here the dear students is given in the sentence. What should you do? In the sense, dear students, dear friends, you know there is another rules. What's the rules? You understand? Do you remember what's the rules? Dear students, dear teacher, dear sir. Can you understand? Can you remember? Here, as dear students is given here, the teacher ardently or the teacher cordially tells the students. The teacher cordially can tell the students. It doesn't matter. But if the students show or the students use any expressing their, he can using another things. Okay, sir. Here, okay, sir. Okay means the students agreed with him. Okay means they agree with the teachers. Okay means here they agreed with the teachers. The students agreed with him and say that we must try our best. Here we means the students, and said that they must means they have to try their best. They have to try their best. You may have some confusions. You must ask some that are very unknown to you. This speech What should I say? In this speech, the speaker is the teacher. So the answer will be the teacher said that you means students. They. May means might. They might have some confusions. And another sentence is that the teacher again said that they had to ask some that were very unknown to them. Okay, do you understand? In this way, the best in a narration, the best suggestion for you is that you have to think about the whole passage, and by thinking about the whole passage, you can easily understand the subject and object. Okay, thank you.